What's up, guys? It's Nate, One Man's Odyssey. I'm from Central Colorado. Today, we are attempting to do the famous Pikes Peak via the infamous Barr Trail. Barr Trail, about 26 miles round trip, though I think that number's a little inflated to get it to marathon status. And 7,600, I think, is the number I see most often, feet of elevation gain and loss in total. From trailhead to summit, it's about 7,400, so about extra 200 feet in there. We got a nice early start this morning. My alarm went off at 12:45 and I was on trail by about 1:45. Waking up was actually pretty easy. I was in bed at 6. I think I was asleep by 7. Didn't do too much tossing and turning. Had a very nice night. So I actually feel very well rested. I feel like I have a lot of energy. Because Pikes Peak by the Barr Trail is quite literally a marathon, not a sprint, I have been trying to take it pretty easy. It's about, I think, 6 o'clock right now, and I just hit Timberline Camp, also known as A-Frame Camp. My plan was to wake up to get to the trailhead about 2, be at Barr Camp at about 5, which is when first light was. But I made pretty good pace, got at Barr Camp at around 4:30. Didn't want to stop in the dark to serve all the people who were sleeping. So I continued on, and now I'm right by Timberline Camp. My strategy for doing this hike is, again, like I said, take it easy, getting ahead of the fact that I basically have to do 2 hikes to get to the summit, and then 2 hikes to get down. I'm trying to be good about drinking and eating. Of course, Pikes Peak has a summit visitor center that, when open, provides all sorts of amenities. We are going to try to hike down the peak as well. If my knee holds up and if the weather holds up, we do not want to have to try to bum a ride or take the train down. I have been training for this since, I would say, early February. While I have been training for this, given that this is a very hard trail in its own right, that training and this experience will also extend to my Whitney permits in early September. So I don't want to take the easy route out, because that's just sort of setting me up worse for Whitney later in the summer. Another one of my strategies is really just to mentally think of the hike as 4 separate hikes. I am hiking to Barr Camp. Then I'm hiking from Barr Camp to Pikes Peak, and then I'm doing the same in reverse. Getting to Barr Camp is a little over halfway in mileage and a little less in elevation gain or loss, depending on which way you're going. And of course, the inverse is true for the trip from Barr Camp to the summit itself. Likewise, Timberline shelter, A-frame shelter, which we're at now, is about a halfway point between Barr Camp and the summit. So again, I'm trying to I found it very useful, especially when I was much lower and I was hiking in the dark. I found it very useful to really pay attention and keep track and look forward to the next landmark. So that's been my strategy. It's been working out well. The morning feels like it's really flown by. I can't believe I'm already basically at treeline. I think this is our first look at the summit, possibly. I think there's the summit building right there. So our route is basically going up this ridge right here that we can't see because it's behind trees. And maybe there's other views of the summit earlier on the trail, but it was nighttime, so I did not see them. This garden of just giant granite boulders is just something I don't think I've really seen before at this scale. It is super awesome. Trailhead for the Barr Trail is around 6,700 feet. So we've grossed about 6,000 feet, which would definitely make this the most elevation gain I've done on a hike. I think my previous record was when I did Charleston Peak. That was around 5,500, 5,600 feet of elevation gain and loss. So we've got about 1,400 feet to go to the summit in 2 miles. Man, I can feel it. We're almost there. Not totally sure. I think this is the trail. Then it kind of stops above here. My understanding is there's a pretty steep cliff over there. And then I think it switches back up. There's the trail that coming up on. Almost at that cliff. There's where we came from. Down there is treeline camp. We've come a long way. Long way down. Nice echo. So close, yet so far. Less than, I think we're about 850 feet from the summit. The fast way down. Gorgeous though. We have made it to the infamous 16 golden stairs. And the best explanation I think I've heard for why they call it this is you have 16 switchbacks to get to the summit from here. We're less than 400 feet away. And a lot of people don't like this part. I think it's just because you just want to get to the summit at this point, and doing a bunch of uphill at the very end is a big pain. But we're going to do it. We're going to count the stairs as we go. I guess this is one, maybe. And this might be 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is definitely the steepest part. 5, 6, I guess 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is 16. I don't know if I overcounted because it looks like there's more switchbacks. Oh, this is not a switchback. Maybe that was the 16. At this point, there's not really a trail, but there are mountain sheep. We have made it up to Pikes Peak. Objective 1, find the true summit, or at least the true natural summit, as best as we can. Objective 2, get a donut and maybe something hearty to eat. It is about 8:30, I think. And the employees here told me I was the first hiker anyway, on the summit today. Let's explore. This is, for LiDAR, the highest natural point on Pikes Peak. Could be anything. It doesn't really matter when it's all paved over and there's lots of rocks artificially placed here, but just amazing views. I'm pretty much alone up here. I sort of expected throngs and hordes of people, but does not really seem to be the case. I don't think that train was carrying anybody. It's a little creepy being up here nearly by myself. I just spotted what looked like another hiker. I didn't even think of the visitor center not being open, but it doesn't open until 9. It's about 8:50 right now, so 10 more minutes. Then I can devour some donuts. Just being up here after all the training I've done, obviously I still have to get back down, so my work isn't done yet, but I kind of feel like the uphill was the hard part. And as long as my knee kind of behaves, which I'm sure it will with good management, getting down should be a breeze. The golden stairs, I didn't think were that tough. It was marginally steeper than the rest of the trail. And overall, the trail was great condition. So I'm really happy with the pace. I'm happy to be up here, just beautiful scenic views for America's 250th birthday. And for me personally, a little bit of a more special birthday. Of course, I'm not here on July 4th, but it is my son's birthday. So happy birthday, Austin, today.
Miles of steep curves to the summit for $1.
Number 6, Pikes Peak. My time at the summit was done. Donuts were definitely worth the, they lived up to the hype. Very good with a nice cup of coffee. And so yeah, it's about 9:45 right now. We got 12 miles back down. Feeling very good right now. We'll see if the knee holds up with all this downhill. But once we get past the kind of top 1,000 feet, it's pretty gradual.